And like, I wish you could hear inside my headphones because it's like because it can't figure out what the hell it's doing.
Shout out Skype. Can't wait to not be on this platform.
Can't wait to have someone that gets paid to do this because I'm just not. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this any longer.
It's too much.
Happy Women's Month. Women's History Month, Hannah.
You know what? Happy Women's Month. Women's History Month.
We recorded this episode you all are about to listen to several weeks ago. I couldn't tell you what...
Years.
Years at this point is what it feels like. I know we talked about women, but I couldn't tell you anything else about it.
I don't even know if we talked about women.
I hope we did.
Did we do an intro outro that will feed into this intro? Like, will we go into an intro?
I think so. I think we were like,
nice.
I think we just dove right in on like, hi Hannah, how's your week going? Or something of that nature.
Perfect. Good. I love it. Well, this is your intro. Mm-hmm. This is your pre-intro intro. Mm-hmm. I hope you enjoy. It's Thursday. This is dropping Friday. We have another snowstorm coming up by us in Chicago.
Well, it probably is the stuff we just got rid of because
you're barely alive.
We've been ransacked. If you were watching the stream on Wednesday, let's run it back further. If you were wondering why our stream on Sunday didn't really exist, that's my fault. We'll leave it at that.
No. It's Hannah and her OBS because Hannah can't. My OBS just crashes every time you go to edit something, so it's like impossible to run a stream off of. And so that stream on Sunday was about 15 minutes.
But hey, 15 minutes of glory. And then on Wednesday, right when we started, my lights flickered and I said, if I disappear, just know my power went out. And sure enough, about 5 minutes later into the stream, I had a complete blackout in here. And Hannah called me after because naturally her OBS freaked out because I got kicked out. And I was just sitting in the darkness.
Yeah, it's just pitch. FaceTime ringing, and then it opens up, and it's just Maddie's face barely lit up by her phone, and just pitch black around her. I'm like, oh, so you don't have power.
It was honestly, like, when it happened, I just sat here for a second in my headphones still, like, waiting for it to maybe come back on, and nothing happened, and I said, well, okay, I guess this is it, and then a little bit later, probably like 10 or 15 minutes later, I got the notification from Spectrum saying that, like, there are outages in the area and they were working on it. And then I got another notification saying, like, we're expected to have things back up and running at 9. And that was at like 6:30 that I got that message. Ended up, we got power back at about 11:30 p.m. I was laying... I did that stupid thing where I didn't, like, go ahead and turn off all the lights and things that had been on. Mainly because, why? You know,
don't even know.
You don't remember what
I don't know what I left
on. No. And so I just went to bed, and then suddenly when all the lights came on in the apartment, including my bedroom light, at 11:30 p.m., I was like, oh, we're back.
I'm awake. Yep.
And I turned them all off and went back to bed. But I literally went to bed I got in bed at 7:30 p.m.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do? It's like the 1700s. You just have to sleep.
You have to. Anyway, it was nice. It was needed.
Yeah, because you are ramping up for a crazy weekend.
Yeah, I do have a little bit of a crazy weekend, but it's okay. It builds strong character, I suppose.
I guess.
So they say. You want to dive right into it?
Yeah, let's dive into it. Let's see what happens.
Wonderful. See you on the other side.
Hey, what are we talking about?
Me?
We're talking about you? Am I interviewing you?
No! We're just chatting. Happy International Women's Day. 4 days early / Women's Month. Hannah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you recognizing that I'm a woman. I also hope you didn't hear the toilet flush.
I didn't.
So, the space landing.
Not real.
That's the only thing I could think of in that moment.
Oh.
My mind went blank, and I was like, the space landing.
That's funny.
It was the only thing I could think of.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, it's not real. Today, I feel like it's not real. Tomorrow, I saw the funniest TikTok. You know that trend that it's like the kid from Stranger Things and he snaps and then he goes and like something changes, you know? I saw one that was like a picture of a sea otter and someone said like the reason I became a wildlife something like I forget what the term is, but essentially like maybe an ecologist honestly is the word. And then it snaps and it goes to like an Excel spreadsheet and like what I actually do as this. And I was like, I laughed really hard because I was not expecting that. But then I laughed so hard at the comments because the first one I saw was someone saying, "Oh, is that how you guys program the birds?"
God, the birds. That's a whole nother situation. Oh man, that's so funny.
It got me good.
Is that how you program the birds?
This episode, though, is our Women's Month episode, to answer your question of what we're supposed to be talking about.
Women, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know that you're inside of your grandma for like 5 months?
That's so cool.
I think that's the coolest thing ever.
How long... At what point... This is so screwed up. When do boys start collecting their little swimmers? Like, is that also in the womb? Like, do they develop those during puberty?
I'm not sure. I don't know. But the reason it's different for women is because you have your eggs inside of you or whatever. So that's why. But I think they don't come out swimming, right? You gotta wait till puberty.
I think so. Listen. I'm gonna.
The stuff's there.
Well, yeah. They have the balls. They create the balls, but are the little swimmers already there? When do boys develop sperm? They start producing it at the onset of puberty. So, yeah, I guess.
Interesting.
In that way, because, yeah, you're, like, born with a certain amount of eggs.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all you got.
Every month you lose another one.
Some people accidentally lose more than one a month. And then they have...
Listen, yeah.
Then they got issues. I got issues.
Speaking of music, did we announce on the podcast that we have a playlist on Spotify?
I am not sure if we did.
Did we announce on the newsletter?
It's on the newsletter. Speaking of which, third newsletter came out yesterday.
Good math.
It's tough.
Good calendar skill.
Thank you so much. Third newsletter came out yesterday. I hope all of you have signed up to receive it.
God, I hope.
How are we doing? Let us know. But yeah, we have a baby influencer playlist available on Spotify for your listening pleasure. It's updated weekly.
Yep.
A combination of new hits and old favorites.
Maddie, I went on the top 40 today and was like, I'll try and find something that's new that I like and added some because otherwise nothing will be anything anyone likes.
That's not true.
It's so hard for me to pull stuff that I think is familiar to others.
But it doesn't need to be familiar. People can learn new stuff. I pull new stuff that no one knows and put on there.
Oh, I simply don't even know how to find that.
But I mean, like, but it's like stuff they know. You know what I mean? Like some people, a lot of people would not know Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac that you put on there. But like a lot of people also do know that song. So it's just, I mean, it's relative. You got to educate the kiddies.
That's true.
The babies.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
They're doing enough educating of us.
Facts. Big facts. So
We're good at that.
If you aren't following that, go follow that.
I just keep thinking of how many places we have to get followers.
You know,
every day.
It'll happen.
I'm not worried about it.
Someday people are going to start noticing and they're going to be like, wow, there's so much content for me. I've just been so behind. That happened to me with one of the first podcasts I ever really listened to. I started paying attention to them on their like 4th or 5th season. And so I went back and listened to all of their other seasons and caught up. And then by the time I caught up, I was like, this is awful. I have to wait a week or so between each episode.
Right.
Get used to it now.
Maybe that'll.
People.
Mm-hmm.
Savor it.
You get all the content you want. Oh my God. So much content. I am freezing. And it was like 55 today.
I mean, 55's not warm.
Oh, 55 is toasty right now. I would be outside in a t-shirt and pants and bare feet at this point.
That's fair.
Oh my God.
It is 58 here right now, and we have a cold front? Question mark?
Absolutely.
That came through or is coming through. I couldn't tell based on the thing, but yeah, I've become a baby based on the weather.
Yeah, that's totally fair. As you should. You don't need to be. Why would you need to be tough if you don't have to be? You know what I mean? It's not sometimes it's not a choice.
It's not a choice. It's simply not.
It really isn't. So
go get a blanket or a sweatshirt.
I have a little baby heater on.
Oh.
I'm like over it like it's a fire, you know? Like worst thing you can do to be around a heater is like to sit on top of it.
Whatever.
I can't not. I can't not.
I was at my friend's place the other day and he has a fireplace in it, but it's one of those fireplaces that has like a pilot light that's just always burning.
Oh, yes.
That's an open-ass flame, just 24/7.
Yeah, 24/7.
And then I looked over at his heater, his little furnace, and at the bottom I was like, is something flickering in there? And I pointed it out to a bunch of people, and they're like, yeah, that's weird. And he goes, oh, yeah, there's an open flame in there, too. I'm like, you just have open flames in all of your home.
Scene.
What?
It's just 1982. You know what I mean? Nobody's gotten any better. Truly, where's the technology behind new heaters, new air conditioners?
I think there's just...
That's all shit's the same.
Expensive, maybe. Because you have to do it, like, especially with those apartment buildings that are big. It's like, to replace
That's what I'm
one,
gonna get.
you have to replace them all. You're going to get an apartment building?
No, I'm going to get an apartment-sized air conditioner is what I'm going to get. And heater for my home.
Do it.
Once we're famous, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, not a fan of open flames in the house like that.
No, I like that I have a wood-burning fireplace, because then there's nothing in there. Just a cave.
Just a cave. And I would suspect that kind of fire is so much safer than gas fires.
Right?
Yeah. I want to know the statistics on, like, homes. Obviously, they're going to be skewed because the other's newer. But, like, in the last 10 years, I feel like people who have actual wood-burning fireplaces probably have less fires than the other. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think so. But one has an open flame and one doesn't. I feel like...
Right.
Well, anyway, we're not scientists.
Certainly not. So let's talk about women. Who are your favorite women?
I love them all.
No women of note you would care to mention?
I don't think anyone is more important than anyone else. That's not true.
That's such a millennial answer.
Right? Everyone gets a participation award.
Actually, take a second to think on it. I got a comment on this. So,
I'm going to Google top greatest 100 women.
Most important women. So I saw someone post the other day, and I've been trying to put to words exactly what they said, and I maybe sent this to you, but I want to share it with everyone else. It's very interesting that we as a generation, millennials, are continually like bullied for being this participation trophy generation and such, and being these snowflakes. But we literally didn't create the awards, right? So like our parents and the older generations were providing us these like participation awards because they didn't want to put in the emotional labor of teaching us how to lose and teaching us how to not get what we want and all of this, because they were raised by a generation that went through the Great Depression and like
like 8 million other horrible things.
And every other awful thing that happened. And like,
Mm-hmm.
and so they just were like, you know what? You're a kid. You deserve to be a kid, and every kid should win, and like all of that. But then now we're like getting shit on for being a participation like you did that, and you didn't want to put in the effort to teach us how to lose because it would cause you to like have nonetheless.
Oh, I know. I had that realization before. It's
like, I think we've all had that realization by now, but it's interesting the way this woman had put it, because she's like, particularly with the emotional labor that's attached to it, and like being immature, emotionally immature adults, and being given everything because they were given nothing, and so find anything about those top women?
I'm looking at the person of the year for Time. Reminds me of Princess Diana was on there, which is like, I don't really like the royal of it all. But she did some good stuff.
Yeah.
With was it AIDS? Mm-hmm. So she was doing good stuff. But there's like so many good people in here that I don't even know about because I'm uneducated.
It's okay. You can educate yourself and our listeners.
Oh, Queen Elizabeth was in here.
Pretty tough. Talk about conspiracies.
Oh, Amelia Earhart's in here.
Oh, we love it. Oh. This is a Women's Month podcast. Sorry, please keep your thoughts to yourself.
Yawned. I can't believe it. Do you have anybody that you're thinking of?
I'd be remiss not to mention my gal Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of
Always.
Her work. Let's see. all the obvious ones. Like, my mom, thanks so much for giving me life. My sisters, thanks so much for being you. All of my friends, you're great. I'll post about you some point. Let's see. I like Taylor Swift. I don't know. Comedian-wise, like, I'm a big Chelsea Handler stan. I also really like big Jane Fonda fan. She does a lot for the environment.
Oh, I was going to say Jane Fonda. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like her.
Michelle Obama. What a woman, you know?
She would save the world. She would save the whole world if she was given the chance.
She sure would. Stacey Abrams? Don't get me started.
George. Amazing. What a queen. I love women. This is what I'm talking about. There's queens everywhere. I just watched Princess Diaries 2 again.
Naturally.
And, you know, when they become all princesses and she lets them walk around. That's what I'm saying. Everyone has a crown. It's so nice. Is that a Taylor Swift lyric? Something close.
We all got crowns. You need to calm down.
There we go. See? You're like my little karaoke box. I need to reference a song. You got it.
Sometimes. Other times, it's tough. I love all of the Black trans women that created and pushed for and led Pride. You go.
Absolutely. Black women. Black women.
Black women in general. Every single one of them. I hope.
Every single one of them.
I hope you're doing anything you want to.
Anything you want to.
But mostly just resting. Because you deserve it.
Yes.
Now let's talk about all the women we hate. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I have a list of that. Okay, that we could have started with. I have at least 10 I could go off of.
I particularly...
Because I couldn't hate a woman. Well,
at the end of the day, here's the thing.
I understand them.
The problem is, they're just ignorant to what is causing them to feel the way they feel. Which is often the patriarchy.
Yes.
Which, I don't know. I'd like to dedicate, I'd like to shout out all the Real Housewives, even the ones I don't necessarily like. You provide me with boundless entertainment, so thank you.
Right.
Rosie O'Donnell, thank you so much for just existing, I guess.
Oh my... I used to watch her show.
Me too.
Like, when I was a kid, I couldn't even tell you. I swear to God, every day.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. You said Rosie O'Donnell, and my entire body was thrown back in time.
I'm pretty sure she's the reason I want to do this with my life. Like, be a
Oh,
host, be a whatever. Like, because I loved the Rosie O'Donnell show.
yeah. Shout out Rosie.
Sorry about it. Oprah, I mean,
Oprah.
here's the thing. Oprah was therapy for a bunch of middle-aged boomer moms that wouldn't go to therapy.
Right?
She was doing the education that she didn't need to be doing, but she
Again,
did. Black women.
Again, they're all always responsible. Those poor women.
Gayle
Oh my
King.
God. Rest.
Gayle King. On top of that, talk about that R. Kelly interview she did. She deserves an award just for that, let alone all her other things she's done.
Amal Clooney.
Oh, yes.
She's done
So much.
so much. My favorite joke at the Oscars
Grammys.
when Amy Poehler Grammys.
Yes.
Yeah, and they were like listed all of the things she did, and then goes, and her husband is winning a Lifetime Achievement Award. Amazing. Amazing.
Absolutely agreed.
That was gorgeous. A great joke. I loved it.
Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, two other cuties that are on my list, as well as Maya Rudolph's in there, Kristen Wiig.
Yes. See, oh my God, Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
McCarthy. The love of my life, Lauren Graham.
Absolutely.
I mean, blessings. And you know what, Alexis Bledel, you carried my childhood. Rory was awful though.
Rory is
like,
toxic,
I love you for
looking
playing
back,
her.
but
She is so toxic, but love you for playing her. Who else has changed the world? Listen, the woman who created the calendar, this is uneducated, but I think the credit goes to a man, but the first calendar was a 28-day calendar, and it's who else would need a 28-day calendar?
Here's the thing.
Track?
Shout out that woman. A big F you to the man who decided to add a couple months into it and change it to screw with us. If you don't believe me and you're like, oh, Madeline, just going on, look at the history of the calendar we study. Why are some of the names, most of the names, what they are named? Why are the other ones things like January, February? Why are those in there? Why are they considered the start of the year? Why do the numbers not correlate with the month? October shouldn't be the 10th month. It shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be.
So...
It doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
Who's going to fix it? Who's fixing it?
No one.
It's not even at the top of anyone's list. It makes me
You want to know why?
annoyed.
Because they can keep us controlled that way. We aren't aligned.
Always.
People think I'm crazy. I am. But I digress.
Right.
Back to women. Thanks to that woman. 28 days. Just witches in general. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being who you are. Who else? Teachers. Women teachers. Teachers in general, but women teachers.
Just women in any occupation.
I literally was just going to say nurses, and then I go, everyone. All of them. Everyone that's working. Everyone that's not working. If you're a woman.
Mothers.
You know how I feel about mothers. I don't know how they do it.
The child-free also. Congratulations.
Oh my.
You've done it.
You've done it. You've gotten away with it. And you're the most successful out of us all. You're winning. Absolutely.
100%. Let's see, who else? Single mothers. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Please.
I gotta take a second for
They
them.
deserve the world. Yeah.
Married women. You know what I mean?
Oof.
You're out here doing work.
Listen, single women fighting for their lives, literally.
Enjoy it.
Oh, enjoy it, but also violence against women. Let's just... Poor single women.
Let's just take a moment and say this. If you're a man...
Ugh.
Or a hater.
Mm-hmm.
Big fuck you.
There you go.
Just like maybe stop and don't even do the whole like, what if it was your daughter? What if it was your sister? Don't. Just maybe think to yourself, is what I'm doing necessary? Also, is what I'm doing going to impact the trajectory of this person's life for the rest of their life because you are causing trauma that didn't need to exist?
Doesn't need to happen.
Also, there's literally free porn online. Just go do something else.
You can do anything you want. Listen, I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's going to be my quote on my tombstone. But if a woman is crazy, there is a man behind it.
Louder.
Every time.
Louder.
Every time.
I saw a post the other day. This girl, I think I sent it to you. She said, the only kind of women I am friends with are the kind that would have been lobotomized in the 40s.
So I'm about to be in the 2020s. You know what I mean? That's good to know.
No, but it's facts.
That's so funny.
I think about it sometimes and I go, I would not have. People say, you know, like, oh, I was born in the wrong time. I would have been offed in certain times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
They
burned at the stake at some.
100%.
Hanged in others. Guillotined, if you will.
I don't know one of my favorite facts.
Tell me.
How many women, witches, were burned at the stake in Salem?
666.
I'm sorry, how much did you say?
666?
No.
Because it's 666?
No.
317.
Why that number?
That just, it popped in. We
Um,
have it? I didn't even know they would have this on record.
0.
Because they don't exist?
No, because they didn't burn them. A lot of them were like hung or whatever, but they didn't burn any of them. That's one of my...
I thought that...
Yeah, they were hanged. That's one of my dad's favorite like things to say when we talk about, you know, No, that sounds so strange. It's like one of his fun facts he'll bring up whenever Salem or like witch trials comes up.
That everyone was hanged?
Yep.
It's no fun.
I mean, I don't know. Would you rather have cement bricks tied to your feet and thrown into the water or burned alive? Essentially burned or drowned.
Suffocating either way. You know what I mean?
I think that, well, you just black out eventually underwater, right? And I think you would feel less pain.
Yeah.
But it would be scarier because you're probably conscious for longer. And
awake.
Then if you burn alive, you're conscious, but then you're taken out by the pain.
And you suffocate. Because the fire's eating up all the oxygen around you.
Yeah.
That one's tough. That's a tough one. Oh, I don't know. I think I'd take burned.
She is a fire sign, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, truly.
I would rather...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Die peacefully in your sleep? Yeah, me too.
Maybe.
So women are taking up more of the population, I think, statistically.
As they should.
I think so. And I just want that to be true, so I'm going to say it with no backing evidence.
Here's the thing. There's this whole, like, theory of, you know, women becoming these, like, birthing... or, I mean, we sort of are, right? We're these, like, slaves to society because we just create life, whatnot.
Correct.
Wouldn't it be a better use of all of our time to just keep the men that were just, like, shooting zinger? You know what I mean? Like, Nick Cannon has 100,000 kids.
Right.
He's batting 1,000 out here. Like,
yeah.
Shouldn't we just find them and then just keep those guys and the rest of them can, like, do whatever? Like, it feels easier to me to have more women that could have babies and just less men because men can just keep pumping them out.
Sure. That's true.
So like why would you make the woman the patriarchy? That's why. Forced births are fucked up.
Yes, they are. Yes, they absolutely are. I'm going to look up inventions by women.
Oh, let's go.
And I'm going to give you some, and then you're going to tell me which one's your favorite.
I feel like I know some really interesting ones, but cannot think of it. Like, at all right now.
We've in no particular order. Mm-hmm. The dishwasher, a life raft, windshield wipers, the first Monopoly game, bulletproof fiber.
Wait, Monopoly was created by a woman? That's fun.
Says in 1904, the landlord's game. And it's Elizabeth Maggie. Close to 30 years later, a man patented a very similar game called Monopoly and sold it to the Parker brothers.
Of course he did.
So the landlord's game, which was patented in 1904, was initially designed to showcase the evils of unchecked capitalism.
100.
This is why we love women.
Women are the best. They're just calling it like they see it.
Oh, God. That's amazing.
Life raft, you said?
Wipers. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, that makes sense. A woman, I'm sure, was on a boat and was like, what if this catches fire? We should be able to get off.
Right. How do we do that? Listen, women have done a lot. Ironing board, dishwasher, like I said.
Dishwasher makes complete sense.
Mm-hmm. Coffee filter, electric refrigerator. That's a big one. Electric water heater, because a girl said, I'm no longer heating this up for my baths on the stove. Oh, I'm just kidding. There was gas before that. Disposable diaper. That was a woman.
Makes sense. Not the most eco-friendly option, but I understand.
Yeah, no. Photo enhancement. Yeah. Laser cataract surgery. Naturally colored cotton. Amazing. Life raft really comes up on a lot. Home security system.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense. Oh, the pizza saver. The little tabletop that goes in your pizza box. Pizza saver was designed by a woman.
Wow.
How fun. Oh. All right, what else can we talk about with women?
You want to know 10? Well, maybe not 10. Do you want to know some unique facts surrounding women?
Yeah.
So, the word vagina was first used in a film made in a Walt Disney production called The Story of Menstruation that came out in 1946. And it explains menstruation and gives tips on how women should stop feeling sorry for themselves.
That's so bad.
So bad.
Walt Disney, what the fuck?
Truly.
Shout out for saying vagina, though.
Shout out.
You broke the ice.
In 16th century France, women could charge their husbands with impotence as a reason for divorce.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then the husbands would have to prove themselves in a public trial to get out of it.
That's so stressful. That's so stressful.
The two highest IQ scores recorded in history belong to women.
Obviously.
Duh. A woman made Monopoly.
Right. You can't get any better than that.
A woman's clitoris grows throughout her lifetime. This means that women in their 40s and 50s have stronger orgasms than they did in their teens and 20s. Something to look forward to, ladies.
Wow, good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear. What a good scientific fact.
Women earn more than 60% of all college degrees. Although male brains are 9% larger than female brains, both have the same amount of brain cells. The brain cells in women merely pack together more densely.
Because we're smarter.
Obviously.
We don't have so much air in our heads. We're not airheads. Because men have big-ass heads.
Speaking of Mary Anderson, who invented the windshield wiper in 1903, women have patented non-reflective glass, disposable diapers, whiteout, and many other innovations. Yes, a 43-year-old female school teacher was the first person to ever ride over Niagara Falls in a wooden barrel.
On purpose?
Yes. Tough.
Niagara Falls is very scary.
Yes, it is.
No, it's like really scary.
Yeah.
I did not like being there.
I was so young when I first went that I think I was like overwhelmed by it. And I didn't realize how scary it was until now. I think about it and I'm like, that's scary. Oh.
I'm like, why the fuck are they allowing people to just go on Maid of the Mist or whatever?
I mean, you're at the bottom.
You're just getting pounded. She says,
Could be worse. You could be at the top going down.
Oh. God. She survived or no?
I think she did, which is freaking wild.
Yeah, dude, nuts. Do you think people die from impact on water, or do you think they die from drowning?
I think probably like hitting rocks and stuff.
Oh God, that's tough.
But I don't know. Maybe, I mean, probably drowning and like impact hitting it. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Fucking neck snap.
yeah.
Interesting. Happy Women's Month. I hope you all have a great month. Is it the 8th? That's the official day? I think that's Haley's birthday.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's Haley's birthday, but I think it's Women's Day as well.
Yeah, I think Women's Day 2023.
I don't know.
Yep, March 8th.
Nice. All right, well, everybody on March 8th, just don't go to work.
Honestly, ask for an additional, like, what, 20 cents or however many, whatever the wage gap is.
Behind.
Yeah, and if you're dependent on the rest of your intersectionality, ask for more on top of that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh, God, please ask for more money.
In the words of our queen, Rihanna, if you will, in honor of her, bitch better have my money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, shout out Rihanna, which one, we don't know, but performing at the Super Bowl pregnant.
Absolute icon.
A mother. Absolutely. So stressed though during that performance because it was like, don't want to think she's pregnant if this is postpartum because it's like, you're rocking it. But then it was like, you have to be pregnant.
I think it has sparked an interesting conversation because so many people were very quick to be like, don't comment on her body. And I'm like, but she literally, like, did, like, the caressing of the bump.
Yes.
And I'm like, at some point, we as a society have to recognize that, like, that is an indicator. So,
correct.
like,
this is your favorite topic.
You're allowed to say if it seems like they are in. If she were doing that and not pregnant, I'd be like, why is she rubbing her stomach?
Right. Exactly. That's what yes.
I don't know.
I just mean at the beginning.
Oh, before
she was just red on red. Yeah. That's what I mean. It was just, they had a good outfit on her too. Because I was like, you could have made this way more obvious and you chose not to.
Absolutely. Well, and the, it was interesting. I saw one person on Twitter, like 4 or 5 hours before the Super Bowl, say, what if Rihanna announces she's pregnant during the halftime show? And then she posted underneath it, and it was like a couple photos from her at press events leading up to it, and she was wearing stuff that was like covering her stomach. And she said, this is how I figured it out and or assumed because of that. And I was like, that makes perfect sense.
That was good detective work. Yeah. Internet's crazy.
The internet is crazy. People are wild. All right. Anything else you want to say to the women, to the girlies, to the babies, if you will? Just keep being girls. Listen. Being a girly. The girlies are girlying.
Exactly. We got to share that one this week.
We do.
There's so much to say to women. You know what I mean?
I know. How do I contain it in one thought? I can't.
I'm glad I'm a woman. That's for sure.
Me too.
Yeah. If I had to pick.
Yeah. Well, I'd say that now. Don't ask me when I'm in a bad mood. I might change my mind.
I never want to have a penis.
That's fair.
That's the name of the episode.
Oh my god. Oh, how I love being a woman. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yes. Have you seen the new trend though where it's like girls braiding their hair and they're like, when I braid my hair in 2023, and then it's like it is like the 1900s girl braiding her hair, like we've just all done the same things for years and years and years. I'll send you one when I find one because they're very cute. And one was like when I'm eating olive oil and bread, and it's like flashes back to like a Greek woman and an Italian woman and like you know, everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone likes bread and olive oil. Everyone. I've said it. Maddie, you know what we have to do before we go?
What do we have to do?
The rules are the rules. You gotta pull up RSS and find out if Brussels has downloaded any episodes.
Oh God, calm down. If they haven't downloaded an episode, I'm gonna scream.
We've scared them.
I'm going to scream.
It's so stressful every week.
Every week.
I just want them to be impressed with us.
We have one.
Yes?
We have one.
Oh, I love it.
Listen, whoever you are, let us know.
Oh my God. Please. It's going to be one of you that, you know how you said you knew somebody in Brussels, or didn't you?
Yeah, I think I do, but I also, like, I don't think they even know I have a podcast. If they do, they're downloading and not listening to it. Or maybe they, I don't know. Maybe they are.
A secret admirer. No. Well, everybody, thank you for being here. Mm-hmm. Shout out especially to women.
Most importantly, shout out women.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing the right thing always, because there's always a reason behind it. And it's usually because a man's an idiot. That's all I have to say.
Women, here's to you. Hannah, are you all caught up?
Can I say one more thing? I just want to say that I do recognize that men are hated on so much at this point that their emotional well-being is being put at risk. Mm-hmm. And they're obviously the most violent ones, mm-hmm. probably due to the fact we don't allow them to have any emotions besides anger. Mm-hmm. So just wanted to say, though we hate them, hang in there, because I think it'll be your turn maybe in 50 years.
Here's the thing, men. If you need a place to cry,
we're here.
Come on over. But
we're here.
I won't tolerate your bullshit.
Let's hear it. Exactly.
But I will give you a hug.
I'll explain to you every emotion you've never thought could happen.
Yeah.
Is happening to you.
Yeah. And then I'll help you find a therapist that's licensed and trained to deal with that.
That's the key.
Because at the end of the day...
they're the necessary ones. Yeah. Shout out women therapists.
Shout out women therapists putting in the work double time.
100%. Thank you for your EQs. Your blessing. All right. Great. I am all caught up now. Thank you.
Great.
Blessings. See you next time.
See you next time.
Hey, everybody. Did you enjoy the podcast? I'm sure you got kind of an outro.
Yeah, I think...
But here's your real outro.
We gave you a little bit of an outro, but we're here to continue bothering you. The third... Let me try again. The third issue, whatever, of Biweekly came out today. No, I mean... Why bother?
Let's go from the top one more time.
This is why...
And scene.
This is what...
I don't know how that works.
Just like that, frankly.
Perfect.
What was I going to say? Oh, the third issue of Biweekly came out today, which was yesterday. This is so confusing.
I think that worked great.
The third issue
of
Biweekly came out this week.
Perfect.
I hope you all subscribed and enjoyed it.
I do. I listen, I know it's last minute and everything when we do it, and I know you do the majority of it, but it is like a fun thing.
It's very fun.
It is a lot of work, but it is like a fun... I think everybody should read it because we love it.
We do. It's a cute little intro into like what we're doing outside of this stuff, you know? It all relates, but gives you a bit more insight into what we like, what we're doing, what we're seeing, watching, consuming, you know. And this month, it's all about women.
It sure is. Women's Day, International Women's Day is March 8th.
I believe so.
So
next week, everyone prepare accordingly. What else do we have to share with these lovely listeners?
Just a friendly reminder, jump on those streams. Yeah. 11 a.m. Central Sunday and 8 o'clock p.m. Central Wednesdays. You can do the math for your time zone because that's tough for me. But yeah, I think those are where we can chat with you. Don't you want to chat with us? Aren't we fun? Don't you like us?
Don't you want just a little chit chat? Just a little cutesy talk?
Yes. It's fun. We love fun things.
I love fun things.
Well, I like to plug our Twitch. Listen, pop over to TikTok. We are getting on TikTok. We are doing the best we can. We are posting clips. It's the more you like it, the more we'll do it.
Exactly.
That's the whole
thing.
The
more you engage with it, the more we will post. So you got to do that.
You got to.
You've simply got to. Okay. Well, in the meantime, stay sassy, America. And Belgium.
My dad was probably like, oh, we did it. Actually, we probably talked about it in the
You know what? We probably did thank the women of Belgium. I'll have to listen back as I edit.
If we didn't.
If we didn't, this one goes out to you, ladies.
Belgian ladies only. All right. Adios. Thanks, everybody.
Hannah, are you all caught up?
No. I think we should stay a little longer. Psych. No, I'm just kidding. I am all caught up. Thank you.
Great. We'll see you next time.